Looks like some more escapades are going on when it comes to these islanders from this season. Hey guys, it's Maradi. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at again, it is daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, and let's get straight into this video, guys. Let's get straight into this. Inject it. So it looks like what happened between Montel and Leah outside of the villa. You know, she has responded to TikTok comments and has alluded to the fact that she can't be loyal to somebody who messes up not just once but twice. So that alludes to the fact that the first time was initially with Casa, and the second time was that he did something outside of the villa that was unbeknownst to her until she left the villa and found out about it. So that in itself clearly tells you that, you know, that's why it was fully deaded, and why she was initially shady, and why it broke up so quickly was because Montel clearly was disloyal to her not once but twice, and clearly talking to somebody else. So it just goes to show you guys that, you know, people are really just tired of the show. It's very apparent that a lot of people that go on this show just for some kind of attention, because for Montel and Uzi to just be out here with different girls in hotels or etc. so quickly after they've come off the show, like, granted they're not exclusive, but at the same time they're working towards that way, and that's what those men want, that they say to the girls when they're on the show. So why is it not like that once you leave the show? It's so quick, and it just goes to show you probably a reason for why so many people are no longer interested in Love Island. Nearly 50% of the audience has gone from last year. I feel like some of that audience could come back with Love Island Winter being axed, so we'll just see what happens for 2025. I think 2024 maybe not, but 2025 I can see it definitely happening. But one couple that is not faking it and clearly is there for the love is Tanya and Shaq. They are going viral right now for Tanya's new post. I'm absolutely here for it, and I feel like when I interviewed Shaq and Tanya separately, but when I interviewed Shaq, I could tell that he was a very nice guy. Very grounded, very down to earth, very humble. What you see is what you get. And you can clearly tell that he really, really likes Tanya, and vice versa. And she's taken him to Zimbabwe. She was telling me about this, and they look lit there. And I just think that this couple clearly shows you authenticity, and that some of the couples that do come out of here are still together because they actually do like each other. It does happen. It's just unfortunately extremely, extremely rare, which makes sense to me. Sammy and Jess, I just don't see it working. We could all be proven wrong, to be honest with you, but I highly doubt it's going to work in that way. If these guys are already moving mad like this, I feel like Sammy will probably do far worse, or, you know, will do something. I don't know, a child. He has to, because they won the show, he has to be loyal to her by force for the money for at least 3 to 4 months, I think, minimum. So I don't expect them breaking up anytime soon, but I think that it's going to happen quite quickly. And he's going to be seen with girls in clubs. She's going to randomly dump him, or texts or etc. And it's a shame, but at the same time, I don't think it's that serious for her, because she's young. She's 21, 22 anyways. So it's not like this is the man for her life, because I don't understand why they're having conversations about marriage and kids. To me, that is very scary, because it's like, bro, you've just come out of the show with a stranger, like, and it's already marriage and kids. Do you understand? It's given arranged marriage. That's what it's given at this point. And I just feel like, whilst I can work for some people, I just think it's a lot, especially when you're at that very young age. And, you know, he's probably got loads of girls in his DMs, loads of brunettes, etc., who he's probably speaking to or looking at, or like, men are trash, guys, like, very much so. So I feel like that could be something that he could be doing. I just don't see the longevity in that, unfortunately. I really hope, I feel like Ella might be the only girl who might get a clothing brand collaboration, because I feel like the influencer market is dying. It is dying significantly fast. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but it is dying so fast. You can no longer go on TV shows and rely on the following that you get from that to become a full-time job. Because I know a lot of reality TV stars who are finding it very difficult, who are just about paying their rent, who are finding it hard because they think that you go into a machine, which is the show, you come out with coin for the rest of your life. And that's not how it works. You have to work for your coin. And this is why I admire girls like Molly May, like India, because not only do they have direction, but they are hard workers. And you have to come out of these places thinking, I've got a direction, I've got a plan, I'm going to put my head down and actually do the work. I'm not going to expect it to come to me. I'm going to do the work. And believe me when I tell you, I know some people who come out of these shows who are very disrespectful of your time, very unprofessional, and just have no understanding of how it works, but then expect everything to come to them. It's a very much of an entitled mirage, because they don't see it as entitlement. It's very interesting how it works. You have to work for it 110%, because not only should you, but number two, the influencer market is dying, especially the Love Island winter lot. None of them got touched for any clothing brand deals. And even this summer lot, I would be surprised if more than 3 get touched for any kind of clothing brand deal, anything like that. Because not only is some of them may not have direction or right management, but also because influencer marketing, it's dying, it's highly saturated, and people are moving on. The focus now is niche following. If you have a niche following that are dedicated to you, your own community, your own people, no matter how big that is or small that is, but they're dedicated towards you as a content creator, as an influencer, brands will like that. They like that a lot. It is very appealing. And of course, you know, there are different relations in terms of what brands you can get and etc. when it comes to race stuff and how you look like. We all know that when it comes to the influencer marketing, but in general it is dying. It's getting very competitive, and it's bleak and quite sad because the influencer boys and girls won't make it look like that, because obviously they don't want to. Who would? So it looks like it's all, you know, green lights, but really and truly it is dark, bleak when those doors close, and you have to do a lot to just try and make some coin, and you might not even get the brand deals. Your management might not be doing XYZ, and you know, cost of inflation, cost of living crisis, rent is obviously now rising again next year. Everything is difficult. So the girls and boys coming out of all of these reality TV shows now, winter, summer, Big Brother, you have to work your head off in order if you want to get something, and you have to be consistent. Consistency is a huge tool of success. Whatever is easy that comes to you, master it. Do it well. Whatever is natural towards you, do it well. Sometimes not necessarily what you want to do is what you should be doing. What you should be doing is stuff that you are talented in, and then you are able to master that and then leverage it. So this is not me giving this free advice. I should really be doing a YouTube course, guys, or some kind of influencer course or something like that. I really should be doing that because I've been doing this full time for, I would say, nearly a decade, or 6-7 years. I mean, I really started YouTube and I properly started it in 2019. So yeah, since then, 2018, whatever. And you know, I work hard. You have to work hard for your coin. You have to work hard. You know, there's no, at the end of the day, guys, everything's competitive. Nobody cares about you, and you have to work hard. That's just how I see it. And you know, put your head down and focus, and always remain humble. Always remain kind and humble to every single person that you meet. Do not ever try and act like you're better than somebody. Do not ever do that, because these are just my ethics. It's just how I see it. So I just think that influencer market is dying. I can see it all. Instagram is dead within itself as well. If you don't post reels, your account is completely inactive. When it comes to TikTok, whilst it's a great app for exposure, none of it is long form content. So your followers are not committed to you. They don't really know who you are, not as invested in you, because they're just scrolling like this up and down, whatever. There will be a small percentage, of course, but it's small and they're not dedicated to you. When it comes to YouTube, whilst I think this is a very great app because I'm on it, and maybe I'm biased because it's long form content. So whilst the views may be 5,000 on one video, and on TikTok you get 500,000, those 5,000 are watching your entire video. Majority of them are from the whole 20-minute video. They are watching it. Whereas a 500,000 views on TikTok, they're probably watching 10% and then swipe. We all, when we're watching reels of TikToks, we swipe. We rarely watch the whole thing, guys. We swipe more. So whilst it looks like you're getting a lot more, etc., you're really not, as opposed to something like YouTube where it's long form content, etc. And you're building a community and you are building something great. For example, I did a Ramadan event. I announced it within 2-day notice, and it was like sold out. It was a free event, of course, but it was like sold out. And I just did a random video. It barely had any views, like 3,000 views, but 50 people saw it, and you know, the entire venue was like full up. And that shows you that, you know, you can build a community on this app. And I feel like I've been doing this every single day. Everybody knows me on this app because I've been doing it 24/7. You see me here every single day. My big nose, my big teeth, my big forehead, my big ears. You're going to keep seeing me here. And so I just felt like I wanted to add this to the video in terms of influencer advice for those who are trying to look into go into that market and to go down that way. People also sleep on YouTube. They sleep on it heavy. When the gag is, YouTube has been that girl for the last 10 years and is still that girl alongside Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok emerging as new apps for people to use. YouTube is still considered to be in that top 4-5. That's a gag, guys, because it's video-based long-form content. Treasure long-form content. I feel like a lot of these islanders who come out, for example, None of the islanders that have come out in the top 4 or 5 finalists, why are they not on YouTube? Why are they not making a video? I'm not saying make 25 videos a day, child. One a week. Consistently. Don't stop that. One a week. Why are none of them doing that? You know? And I think that, yeah, it's great that they build their TikToks and they build their Instas. I think that's absolutely fantastic. But build that YouTube as well, because now it's the best time for them to do it. Molly May did the same thing. While she was an influencer before, as soon as the girl got out, she came right back to YouTube. Do you understand? And she was posting weekly, and she still is posting weekly. I remember I was swimming yesterday. I can swim now. And I just saw these girls on the Sunday pool, whatever it is, and they were just like had their phone and they were laying there and they were just watching Molly May's YouTube video. I could see from the back they were watching her video, watching that in long form. Somebody is dedicated to watch a video in long form. That is brazy. That is wild, because she's kept that consistency. She's kept that level of inconsistency that you want to watch it. Do you understand? And this is what I feel like people are lacking. Influencer market is dying. The brand deals don't have enough budget, or they're selectively choosing their budgets as well. Not a lot of these brands, PLT, etc., want to work with a lot of content influencers that come out of reality TV shows now anymore. They're changing their ethos, they're changing their market and who they want to go for. It's quite rare now as well. And when it comes to Instagram, it's dying as an app. It's all becoming extremely competitive. Brands are looking at niche specific brand content creators who've got a community based following. This is what they're all looking at. Everything is shifting. So maybe this is the espresso talking child, and that's what I'm doing the most in this video, but I wanted to just add this to it, and that maybe I should create a YouTube course. Maybe I should do like a lecture for people who want to come to be full-time content creators or etc. I can give them advice. Maybe I should host something like that, because not only I feel like I'm a good speaker, but I can really give some gold mine advice, because I am from the ghetto. I was a broke boy. Do you understand? I'm from South London. Like, if I can try and do it and try to be successful, anybody can. That's just the way I see it. Do you understand? If you've got a broke ghetto boy from South London who, you know, is doing something like this and everybody laughed at me and thought I could never do it, anybody can do it. That's just the way I see it. Yes, I'm very hardwired. I'm very, very work driven. I work extremely hard, and you have to have that ethos there as well. Absolutely. But I'm not somebody who comes from money. My parents were not coined up. My parents don't have secret wealth. Do you understand? Like, my dad, mum were obviously immigrants. They were very young when they came here. My belly's on my dad because he used to work so much so we can live. So when you come from that lack of, because I feel like people who like to give advice on XYZ or how they bought their first house and then they got a budget from their mum or dad, it's just annoying because it's not realistic, and I find it to be frustrating because you can't relate to it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on when it comes to this video, because I'm really talking. Wow, I really like, bro, why am I talking? The way I'm actually running my mouth. Let me know your thoughts on when it comes to this, guys. Subscribe to the channel, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. I've started swimming now. Don't ask me why, but I've bought these snorkels and I don't know why I'm swimming with them. Am I finding Nemo? I don't know where I'm going, but the way it's allowed me to swim properly. I'm started boxing properly now. I've gone into boxing, swimming. I'm looking to get into yoga. I'm going to the sauna now. Like, it's crazy how it affects your mental in such a great way. And when you choose yourself, choose me and choose. I've started reading and I'm in my garden reading. Who's that? Is that me? Like, it's actually crazy how I've gotten back into reading. These activities are just so peaceful. Why am I talking about this? I really need to just close this video. Sorry guys, I'm annoying everyone. Let me just close this. Enjoy your day, guys, and just ignore this. Just ignore this. I'm just chatting. But anyways, subscribe to the channel, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Woo! I'm really talking. Wow, like, it's too much.